White House in every moment of our lives. And that is the power of hope, the belief that something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it. It is our fundamental belief in the power of hope that has allowed us to rise above the voices of doubt and division, of anger and fear that we have faced in our own lives and in the life of this country. Our hope that if we work hard enough and believe in ourselves, then we can be whatever we dream, regardless of the limitations that others may place on us. The hope that when people see us for who we truly are, maybe, just maybe, they too will be inspired to rise to be their best possible selves. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Proviso West High School, parents, we thank you for the privilege and honor of supporting your graduate and for entrusting us with your child's education. Proviso West, class of 2018, the world is your oyster, and I expect nothing but the best. Will the class of 2018 please rise? You may now turn your tassels to the left of your cap. Congratulations. You are graduated. This will conclude the commencement ceremony for the class of 2018. Graduates, please remain in your rows. You will be dismissed by a floor marshal to receive all of your diplomas backstage. Friends and family, the graduates will exit through the stage doors. After they receive all of their diplomas, please meet them outside. Thank you and congratulations. Woo!
Amaranta Chavez. Angelica Chavez. Samantha Daniela Chavez. Tyrese Christian. Savannah and Clay. Danny Coleman. Javier Colon. Killian Conley. Diana Contreras. Bernicia S. Conway. Naja L. Cooper. Arsenio. Ernestine Adler. Brianna Aguirre. Rodrigo Gonzalo Alcocer. Anderson. Tyler Anderson. Tyreek Anderson. Jordan J. Anthony. Dennis Arsenal. Deshaun D. Armstrong. Raphael Armstrong. Alexis Arroyo. Angel Arroyo. Yvette Avendano. Ricky A. Amelia. Kimberly Ayala. Melissa Baez. Amaya Alexis Bailey. Jamil Banks. Jeremy Banks. Kayla Monique Banks. Kiera Barnes. Guadalupe Barrera. Daniela Viviano. Eduardo Castillo.
Sonali Rajput. Annette Kwasniewski. Stephanie Lopez. Melissa Michelle Ortega. Jamal Damani Grant. Jaylee Morales. Leslie Molina. Amber Oder. Joshua Albert Ocampo. Uriel Nunez. Tony Onofre. Brenda Martinez. Yolanda Vanessa Cormans. Cassandra Guzman. Justin Bautista. Dejana Shantae Robinson. Devion Bryant. Junior Bautista. Veronica Suarez. Luis Angel Ortega. Melissa Aceves. Alexis Ayala. Alondra Manuelos. Diani Daniel Renee Rich. Justin Malik Bruns. Alicia Bryant. Jeremiah Alexis Buchanan. Luigi Miguel Vilchez Anton. Crystal Cervantes. Vanessa Damian. Geraldine Diana Diana. Zakaria A. Fisher Cortez.
journey in the future. Parents, you have a lot to be proud of. For the graduating class of 2018, please rise. That the students assembled here have met the graduation requirements prescribed by Proviso Township High School, District 209, and the state of Illinois.
Dr. Abdullah, are you sure they met the requirements?
I'm sure.
That's good. President Wagner, members of the Board of Education, as Superintendent of Proviso Township High School District 209, I am honored, I am happy, I am enthusiastic in proclaiming you graduates of Proviso West High School. A good applause.
Graduates, please be seated. It's time. $969,000 in scholarships. Her parents, Janet and Ash Rajput, are with us today. Congratulations, Sonali, and now the valedictorian address.
I remember when 4 years ago, when we were just freshmen, we wondered how we'd get through 4 whole years of high school. Even though we were just beginning, we wondered when it would all be over. I remember my first day at West. It was freshman orientation day. The weather was super hot, I hated our uniforms, and I walked in with the idea that I wasn't going to like my high school experience. I guess it might have been like the nervousness or the fear of beginning a new chapter in my life at a new school with a new, bigger group of people. That first day dragged on forever. My schedule was messed up, I couldn't find any of my classes on time, and some of the kids were too loud. I had a bad day in my home bracing myself for an uneventful and miserable next 4 years. But then it hit me. See, if you begin something with a negative mindset, something's bound to go wrong. You'll only ever focus on the negatives of every situation, and the positive things will slip right by you. I returned to school the next day, talked to new people, made new friends, and looked at the bright side of things. The lesson I learned here, always begin something with a positive mindset. You never know what can happen. After graduation, we're all either heading off to college, joining the service, working, or pursuing other post-secondary plans. For some of us, the road may be crystal clear. For others, it may be foggy and blurry. Whatever you do, keep an open mind and stay positive. Make the best of things. There will be a point in the near future where we'll feel like life is becoming too hard and we can't overcome the obstacles that are thrown at us. When that happens, do not panic. I just want you all to remember that if you get through 4 years of high school, you can achieve anything. Life will bring lots of unexpected surprises. Just keep a positive attitude towards everything you do. Don't let anything hold you back. Just push through it all, keep fighting until the end. It doesn't matter your race, your gender, your background, you can achieve greatness. I've met so many great people over these past 4 years that I will always remember. Thank you to those incredible friends who was always there for me at my best and my worst. Brenda, Jaylene, Melissa, and everyone else who was there for me, you know who you are. As each day went by, you guys were less and less like friends and more like sisters to me. You always made me feel like I was funny even when I wasn't. Made me laugh with our inside jokes when I was too stressed to do anything, and I just love you guys. Also, the achievements of this class would not have been possible without all the help, support, guidance of our parents, counselors, coaches, and teachers. Personally, I want to thank Ms. Moy for helping me push through my limits and having high expectations of me. Ms. Hamoud for awakening my passion for history. Ms. Foster for always giving the best and realest advice. and Mr. Roscoe for teaching me that when in doubt, take the derivative. I also want to thank my parents for enduring all the tantrums and attitudes that came with having a teenager like me, and for always being proud of me whenever I failed at something. You guys always taught me to do the right thing, and that's something that I'll always remember. And to the graduating class as a whole, thank you for being so hilarious, entertaining, and friendly. Thank you for accepting me and giving me some of my best high school memories. Once again, today's the day that all of our hard work has paid off, and from today onwards, we focus on what comes next. Today's the day we look forward, not backwards. High school was the first step we took into discovering ourselves, and this adventure will only continue. We're all a mixture of emotions right now. Joyful and relieved that high school is over. Sad that we're leaving behind all the wonderful people that we have met on this journey. And maybe a little nervous about what the future might bring. Just remember that everything is going to be fine if you let it. Go forward, work hard, and attain excellence. The kind of excellence that makes your dreams become a reality. Thank you all for coming to witness this very special day. Congratulations, happy graduation, and best of luck to the Proviso West High School class of 2018. Remember that this day is only the beginning.
Thank you, Ms. Rajput. Didn't all of our student speakers do a fantastic job? Please give them another round of applause. It is the honor and pleasure of the faculty, staff, and students of Proviso West High School and all of School District 209 to recognize our #1 student of the class of 2018, our valedictorian with a 4.917 grade point average, Ms. Sonali Rajput. While attending Proviso West High School, Sonali achieved recognition as National Honor Society President for the class of 2018. Sonali plans to attend Elmhurst College to major in chemistry, and she has earned $969,000.
To Superintendent Rodriguez for the introduction, Board President Wagner, to the members of the Board of Education for District 209, administrators, faculty, and staff of Proviso West High School, family, and friends, and to you, the 2018 graduates of Proviso West. Today marks a major milestone in the lives of those of you who will receive your high school diploma. About 2/3 of your lives have been dedicated to this end, and many of you have had to fight through adverse conditions, circumstances, and situations to get here. You've seen some give up, others quit, some threw in the towel. But with perseverance, you made it, proving that nothing can be withheld from those who are both dedicated and determined. You've not gotten here alone. There are many faces with names that will never leave you. As you march forward in life, you will remember the individuals, be they family, friends, or faculty, who have believed in you and pushed you to excel even when the odds said you couldn't or you wouldn't. And so today we celebrate the fact that you have allowed absolutely nothing to stop you, and for that we applaud you wholeheartedly. With tenacity, you have pushed past those who said today you would not come, like a cross-country runner with their last burst of energy. Today you crossed the tape, falling into the arms of an uncharted future. Here is one thing you have proven. You can accomplish, you can achieve great things, even though it sometimes seemed undoable, unachievable, unattainable. And though the journey has been long, 12 years, 12 long years, you made it. Amen. You may not see it today, you may not see it tomorrow, you may not see it the day after, but your lives will be the better because you chose not to quit. A college professor of mine would often repeat these words, so simple yet so true. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. I know many of you come to this place today with a sigh of relief, done, finished, completed. This part of the race behind you, true to a degree. But take time to sit still for a moment. I'm sure you will not do that today. Take time to dream. Dream big, attach a mental picture to your dream. And don't let today's accomplishment stop you from the next leg of the race. Going through the next door that opens, nor achieving the goals ahead. Believe in yourself when others doubt you. Listen to the inner voice that will always remind you you can. And don't allow pessimism to drown your dreams out. Today, start taking the bricks of adversity and build your lives with them. The world is before you. Nothing can stop you. After today, whether you choose employment, college, a trade, a career path, or military service, surround yourself with people who want the best for you. People who understand that life is not a sprint, but a marathon. People who will be there in good times and difficult times. Don't settle for where you are now. There's a big world calling for just you. Listen to your heart and every day find reason to believe in yourselves. You'll never convince others to believe in you if you do not believe in yourselves. There's a song that captures the essence of my plea to you today to dream the impossible dream. Keep dreaming. Never let go of your dreams. And never forget who helped you get there. You won't have to look far. Many are in the auditorium supporting you even today. It was over 40 years ago that I graduated from high school. Yeah, 40 years ago that I graduated from high school. And elementary school a little longer than that. Last week, I took the time to send roses to 2 of my elementary school teachers and a high school teacher who all are over 80 years old, but still alive. 3 teachers who played an important role in my life. I wanted them to know that I still remember their contributions. I still want them to know that I still remember their concern. I still remember their care and compassion. How they wanted me to want something that sometimes I didn't want for myself. And that was an education. Today begins the rest of your lives, Proviso West graduates. Whatever you do, don't give up on yourselves. Congratulations again, class of 2018, and continue to commit yourselves to nothing but the best.
Thank you, Superintendent Rodriguez and Reverend Wiley, for such moving words. At this time, it is my pleasure to recognize those who have achieved membership in the National Honor Society. Will the members of NHS please stand? Based Annette Kwasniewski, please come forward. Ms. Kwasniewski earned a 4.65 grade point average while at Proviso West, along with $227,000 in scholarships. Her passion while at West was NJROTC, and she will attend Triton College this fall and major in computer programming. Her parents are Marianne and Robert Kwasniewski. Ladies and gentlemen, salutatorian Annette Kwasniewski.
When you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you rot. What comes to mind when you hear that? When you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you rot. What comes to mind when you hear that? How do those words make you feel? This statement breathes fear into me. I see an apple devoured by mold and riddled with worms. The skin has lost its color and the seeds have gone bad. What if I become that? But this is a good fear. It shows that I'm still alive, that my blood is pumping strong in my veins. All of our hearts are still beating. We are alive, and we have so much potential. We are the fresh green offshoots on the tree of humanity, and many of us here have grown drastically throughout these past 4 years. However, each and every one of us still has weaknesses in our boughs. We've accomplished so much, and yet we can never be complacent. When we grow comfortable where we are and no longer strive towards some goal, we slowly begin to rot in our stagnancy. There's always something better out there waiting for you to reach towards it, to stretch a little further, to accept the challenge, because you can always do better than where you are now. If you could have something more, wouldn't you take it? I used to be suicidal. I used to harm myself. It was only a little over a year ago that I was still in this mindset where I was convinced that I could never amount to anything because, to myself, I already was nothing. I had been nothing, done nothing. My life up until that point had been completely inconsequential, and I made the illogical assumption that since I was this way, I would always be this way. It wasn't until I was forced to become more than I was in order to care for someone else that I realized no one can predict the future. Seems pretty obvious, right? Yet so many of us hold ourselves back because we think we aren't good enough. Yes, this epiphany didn't make me a star overnight, but it built me up little by little. My hope, my courage, my confidence were all restored to me. I grew past this mental block, and now I have a direction in life, a goal to strive towards, and faith in myself that I can get there. And it's because it doesn't matter where you are in life right now. You can always become more. It's never too late to reshape yourself into that person you want to be. Dreams are the difference between surviving and living, and I know for a fact that all of us here are not merely survivors, no matter where we ended our senior year. This is only the beginning of something awesome. These strong branches are flourishing with fresh, vivid greens illuminated by a rising sun as we dance with excitement in the breeze. The sky is blushing orange, anticipating what is about to unfold for us underneath her wispy clouds. And even the sky is not the limit. Remember, when you're ripe, you rot, but when you're green, you grow. Our branches will reach into the stratosphere. Thank you.
Thank you, President Wagner. Please now welcome Superintendent Dr. Jesse Rodriguez, our Superintendent of Schools, and Reverend Marvin B. Wiley, who will now address the class of 2018 as well.
Good morning, buenos dias. There is a sense of energy that we need. Let's do it again. Good morning, Proviso West. that is so much better. Families, friends, staff, Board of Education, thank you for such a special day. It is a wonderful special day because we are in Chicago with one of the best schools anywhere, Proviso West High School. Is that right? Can we give Proviso West a hand? And not only that, we're celebrating and we're congratulating the class of 2018, Proviso West class of 2018. A big hand for them, parents, families, friends. Class of 2018, please rise. Please rise. That's all right. Class of 2018. Class of 2018, it is truly an honor to be here today. It is truly an honor to serve as your superintendent. We are extremely proud of you. Parents, families, Board of Education, let's make some noise and congratulate once again. Proviso we are very, very proud. We are one team, one goal. Class of 2018, we're one proviso. One team, one goal. Dr. Abdullah, something is happening with the class of 2018. They're not ready to graduate. Let's do it again. One team, one goal. It needs to be louder. One team, one goal. And they're getting ready to see and to hear from an inspirational leader, somebody in our community who I'm sharing my superintendent's address, a servant leader, someone who inspires me. Class of 2018, families, parents, thank you for entrusting your children to us. District 209 is proud to serve. We do know we did an excellent job. I understand we have over $11 million in scholarships in this group. Let's give our graduates a hand. $11 million. And class of 2018, before we bring my friend to the stage, please look for your loved ones. Please look for your family. Look around in this beautiful arena. It is with this idea of empowerment that I introduce and I bring to the stage a servant leader who has many years of service to the Proviso Township community. Without any further ado, Proviso West, please bring forward with a Proviso West welcome, Reverend Malvin Bailey.
And I think it's a very different world than it was 40, 50 years ago. And I think there are a few things that if you focus on and strive to perfect throughout your adulthood, you'll be a very successful 21st century adult. One of those is communication. Communication is become very complex. We're communicating, you guys communicate on multiple platforms simultaneously all day long. And in the workplace, your multitasking has become, that's standard, right? You have to be multitasking, communicating with people simultaneously. Your communication has to be clear and effective. You must strive to perfect and be informed, right? Face-to-face, conference calls, video conferencing, public speaking, training, interviewing, reading, listening, observing, writing reports, letters, emails, texts, multimedia presentations. This is what work has become in the 21st century. And not only you're not just communicating to people who can understand you easily. This is a global, multicultural world that you are entering. Which leads me to, I think, the first foundational belief that I believe is so important. You must take responsibility. Take responsibility for communication. If someone doesn't understand what you're trying to tell them, that's not their fault. That's your responsibility. If someone is trying to tell you something and you can't understand what they're telling you, that's your responsibility to understand what they're saying. Make a commitment to lifelong learning. High school is just the beginning. College is another beginning. Some of you are going to live, the human lifespan is expanding. A lot of you might see the 22nd century. Right? You guys were born in 2000. People are living to be 100 years old. By the time you're 100 years old, it's not going to be that outrageous. And I can guarantee that most of you are going to have more than one career. It's not like you get a job, work for 50 years and get a gold watch. Those days are over. So make a commitment to lifelong learning. And I want to close with the idea, and this is related to being the author of your own life. Remember how you feel today. You are at a point in your life where your idealism is pure. Don't forget that. The world will beat you down sometimes. Things aren't going to go your way. You're going to be afraid. You're going to have despair. You're going to wake up in the middle of the night trembling, afraid that you're not going to be able to continue on your path. But you will. You must persevere through adversity. And I guess to completely close my remarks, another quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. When another person makes you suffer, it is because he suffers deeply within himself, and his suffering is spilling over. So, what that means on this day is that when someone's making you feel bad, that's going to happen. That's them, and it's not you. So, as you move forward in life, take responsibility, be empathic, be safe, and go forth and love the world. That's right.
Good morning. My name is Veronica Suarez.
president of class of 2018. We are here on this special day to celebrate our graduating class of 2018. However, before we begin, I would like to have a moment of silence for everyone who couldn't be here today, especially in the memory of Maisha Smith, Daryl, and Carlos Delon, three fellow classmates that passed away, taking a part of our class and our hearts. On behalf of Proviso Township District 209, Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Rodriguez, and Proviso West Principal Dr. Dula, it is an honor to welcome our parents, family members, and teachers to 2018 Proviso West Commencement Ceremony.
Good morning, class of 2018, Proviso West faculty, friends, and parents. My name is Dr. Nia Abdullah, principal of Proviso West High School, and it is our honor to celebrate this occasion with you. Thank you, Ms. Suarez, our senior class president, for getting us started. Veronica would like to now share some class reflections.
Congratulations, class of 2018. We made it. You're about to walk this stage, something that you've been waiting for since your freshman year, and graduate with a diploma which holds the key to your future success. You are going to make your family, your peers, and teachers proud, but most of all, you are going to prove everyone wrong who didn't believe in you. I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you. You deserve this. You have overcame 4 long years of high school. It was full of many, many ups and downs. It has been an amazing year watching each and every one of you grow up to be successful young adults, full of great potential. It is so crazy how time flew. Everyone told us that high school would pass by so quickly. I didn't believe it until today. But then again, I didn't believe that you could trip up the stairs on the way to class until it happened to me plenty of times. I would truly miss being a Panther and miss walking through the halls of Proviso West, hallways where we made memories each step of the way, decorating our friends' lockers on their birthdays, all the Panther spirits spread throughout the school. I will miss hearing the band rehearsals when passing by the band room, or the lovely voices coming from the choir room. I will miss the RCC cadets wearing their cool uniforms on Thursday, driving us crazy because all we heard was the jigglings from their medals, especially myself during testing, having everyone stare at me, not because I'm good looking or anything, which I am, but because the sound was coming from me. Sorry, Mr. Craddock and Ms. Nashke. And let's not forget homecoming night, how hyped up the Pantherettes, cheerleaders, and Demon dancers made us feel. At the football games, we even made history this year. With the wonderful homecoming parade, which the community hadn't seen for a whole decade, thank you, Student Council, for organizing that. And if you were on any clubs or teams, I know you are going to miss practices, the meetings, games, and performance. You miss all those friends you made and wonderful memories that will last a lifetime. These years have been so amazing to spend with all of you. I'm so excited for your futures, and I know you are going to do great things. I want to thank everyone, our wonderful teachers, families, for supporting us, especially Ms. Foster. Thank you for helping us get here. Mr. Casino for making us laugh with your funny jokes. And most of all, I want to thank my parents for giving me the resources I need to succeed in life, my family, siblings, and friends for all the love and support they gave me. Without you, I want to be the person I am today. Te amo. Remember, seniors, as said once before to me, no matter where you go, who you become. Remember where you came from and have fun. Thank you, Dr. Dula. And as we hear a million times before, make it a great day or not, the choice is always yours. It's a great day to be a Panther. Although I enjoyed my time as senior class president, the time had come to pass the task on to the next class. As I hand over this arrow to the class of 2019, I wish you nothing but the best. Will the class of 2019 class of President Jaleel Anthony please come to the stage to receive the arrow?
I accept this arrow on the behalf of Class of 2019. Please know that Class of 2018, you will be greatly missed in the hallways of Proviso West. But know that Class of 2019 will carry on the tradition of being nothing but the best.
Now please join me in welcoming the Proviso West Choir Assembly under the directions of Selena Watson. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the District 209 Board of Education. If you will please stand when I call your name. Mr. Ned Wagner, President. Mr. Samuel Vilchez, Vice President. Mr. Rodney Alexander. Ms. Claudia Medina. And Ms. Della Patterson. Thank you. Today we celebrate the future and potential of these 343 graduates earning their diplomas. Their voices will be heard throughout the ceremony by our student speakers who represent an assortment of experiences and backgrounds and embody the Panther spirit. I now present School Board President, Mr. Ned Wagner, who will address the class of 2018.
Thank you, Dr. Abdullah, for that introduction. There's so many thanks that need to be extended. Thank you to my fellow members of the Board of Education. Thank you to our superintendent, Dr. Jesse Rodriguez. Thank you to all the district administrators, building administrators, teachers, maintenance, custodians, secretaries, security staff, parents, grandparents, family and friends, and of course, most importantly of all, the people who have given us a reason to be here today, the Proviso West graduating class of 2018. I have to admit, I really struggled to put together some remarks because this is an amazing moment in so many young people's lives. You came to Proviso West as a child of 14, and now you're leaving Proviso West as a young adult. Many of you are going to college. Some of you are directly joining the workforce. Some of you may not really know what you're going to do, which is all right. I guess what I would like to hopefully impart to you today, hopefully a couple words of wisdom. And I would like to start with a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Buddhist monk and philosopher.
Thank you. Please be seated.
dissemination of the supervisor flight plan.